Scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with a new pocket page video. I know it's a Tuesday, so it's not my normal pocket page love day, but I am actually going to have two pocket page love videos for you this week. So I am really trying to finish up my July and August months for my 2017 albums. And it's insane, but I am going to finish this album within the next couple of months if it kills me. So I had these photos that are of Jonas coming home from camp. You will have seen before I started talking that my inspiration today was kind of sprung from a layout, a 12 by 12 layout. And I knew that I had this, what is that? Like pattern blocking that I have in the center there. I knew that I had that paper in this paper pad. And so it totally sparked the idea to make this whole middle area just totally dedicated to this pattern blocking style of just sewing everything together. And in that vein, I am actually going to do some sewing on the cards in the middle. I don't do sewing anywhere else just because I just really wanted to bring out the sewing on those 4 middle cards. So I am going to start, you can kind of see that I have my photos all laid out where I want them to go. And I'm going to use this big doily, which I got, gosh, like 5 or 6 years ago. How long have I been in the Scrappy YouTube community? I don't even know. I think it's 6 years. So I was on the Spiegel Mom Scraps design team in 2016. So that was 4 years ago. And she used to sell these. I don't think she sells them anymore, but I still have some because she sent me a million of them. And so I thought it would be kind of fun to include one on this little card of Jonas with his camp counselor. So if you are new around here, my oldest son has spina bifida, and for a couple years he went to a special camp for kids that have spina bifida. And well, actually, okay, not specifically spina bifida camp, but they have ailments, physical ailments, and it was in Boise that we found out about it because he goes to doctors in Boise for all of his, serious issues and everything. And so we found out about this camp. He only went twice, and it was really sad because the first year he went, oh, how old was he? I don't even remember how old he was. Maybe 8? But he was one of the youngest kids there that year, and it made us a little nervous, but he had so much fun. He couldn't go back the next year, and so this year was the second year he went, and he hasn't been back to the camp since. It's just so hard to plan our summers around their camp schedule, and they've had problems doing with funding and stuff too. So the last couple years, I don't even think they did a camp because of state funding issues and things like that, which is sad because he went for 2 years and he absolutely loved it. So anyway, it was a camp it's actually north of Boise, a few hours north of Boise. So all of these kids, they each have their own counselor. And so the card on the bottom right was Jonas's specific counselor. And I think his counselor actually that year they had changed it up where he had 3 other kids in his cabin as well. And the counselor stayed in the cabin with all 3 of those boys. Or something. It might have been more than 3 boys. But anyway. Long story short, he went to camp this year, and this is his homecoming. So I have a photo of him in the top left-hand corner getting off the bus and just coming towards us, and I just absolutely love his smile in that photo. Like, you could tell he was so excited to see us and just to tell us everything about camp. So right now I am kind of off, and here I'm showing you what I did. So I am taking each one of these 3x4 cards and I am sewing on it. The one that has a photo, which is actually his big group, because they had like, I think 4 different cabins. So it probably was, they had a lot of boys in his cabin. So I think there was like maybe 8 other boys in his group. So the cabin could fit, that many boys. So that's a group photo of everybody that he hung out with that, those 4 days at camp. So this is on a Sunday that he's coming back, and he left on a Wednesday. I think it was actually Thursday, because I think they leave on Thursday to go to camp and then they come back on Sunday afternoon. And so here you can see I am just pulling the threads through from the front, and whenever I sew on my layouts, I don't know if you do this, but I always washi tape the whole part of the thread, just because I don't want it to come out. And paper isn't really made to be sewn on. So this kind of ensures that it's definitely not going to come out. So at least for the next, however many, 20, 30, 40 years, who knows after that, what's going to become of my scrapbooks. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that because that's kind of sad to think about, right? Anyway, wow, total tangent there. Yeah, so this is what I do with all of my cards when I do sewing on cards. When I do sewing on, the layout itself, I always put washi tape on the back of it. Okay, now I am moving on to this top right card, and I had a photo of Mark hugging Jonas and then a photo of me hugging Jonas, and I knew that I wanted both of those photos on the same card, so I am going to crop both of them down so that they'll both fit on there. Then I have this cute photo of another one of the counselors that requested to actually have a photo taken with Jonas, which is funny because I don't think I ever messaged it to her or anything, so I thought it was funny. But he loved this counselor and the counselor's dog specifically. Jonas is very much a dog lover, and he just thought it was the coolest thing that she brought her dog with her to camp. So had to get a photo with the dog and the counselor. But both years that he went, Jonas was definitely raved about. Everybody loved Jonas, and it's just awesome to hear those kinds of things about your kids. They're good kids, but do they really act that way for everybody else? And in Jonas's case, he does. We actually have been blessed with our children because they are absolute angel children for everybody except us. So I guess I should be thankful that they're brats for us and then angels for other people, right? Anyway, moving back onto this top card. This is just how I roll when I scrapbook my pocket pages. I just jump from card to card to card, back to card to card to card. So that's just how I am. Anyway, I'm really trying to get this heart to work. I didn't want to cover up Jonas's face, but I wanted to be able to see the different papers, and so it was kind of a dilemma. In the end, I do keep it there. You can also see that I added some envelopes and some postcard type things to those 3 middle cards. I think that was just a fun little touch. I didn't cover up all of the stitching that I did, but I covered up a little bit of it. So now I'm just going to start gluing things down. I am almost done with this pocket page. Make sure that you head on over to Hannah's channel. I'm not sure who is joining us today. I think Christy joined us yesterday, and I totally spaced saying something about it because I'm like the worst. Like, seriously, I am flying by the seat of my pants by this point, you guys. So I'm hoping that you're enjoying this video day because I have really actually enjoyed it. I worried a little bit, especially when I was gone for a week and I didn't have any videos really ready. But I really have enjoyed as much as I've done scrapbooking wise and just editing wise. Like, I'm really proud of myself for doing this, and Hannah and other friends that have done it as well this month. Crystal Barrett and Moira O'Reilly and so many other people with the Off the Board challenge that Crystal from Pineapple Papers does. All these ladies are just amazing and awesome. So back to this card of Jonas getting off the bus. So I just want to point to the fact that I love his smile. And so love this boy. No, maybe I say kid. So I spell out the words love this kid, but then I'm going to do some journaling about how I just love seeing his smile when he saw us. It was awesome. Just makes you feel good, right? Okay, I think this is it. I'm going to do a little bit of journaling on a few of these cards. I don't have the pocket page in front of me, of course. Why would I? But I am just scrapbooking about Jonas wanting to take a picture with that counselor's dog and how all the counselors just loved him. Then I'm scrapbooking about Jonas. I don't remember what I said on that journaling card, but then on the very next journaling card, I'm just going to talk about how his counselor was just so willing, to take photos with Jonas and just such a good counselor for him. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today. Make sure you check out all the links below because there are going to be a lot of them once again. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.